Gautam, you can just give me a signal once you started. All right. All right. Good evening, everyone, once again. I am very pleased to be a fellow organizer of the ML Challenge 2.0. And this is the orientation for the ML Challenge 2.0. I welcome all of you. I'm seeing that a lot of hustle bustle is there in the group as well. So thank you for that. Thank you for attempting the challenge, and I hope that all of you learn a lot from it. Right? There are three people, as you know, organizing the ML challenge this time, and I hope we live up to your expectations. It's myself and one volunteer, Rohit Satish, and another volunteer, Yuvalakshmi M. Right? You're free to ask any questions to either of us, right? And we'll be there for your beck and call. I'll just tell you the itinerary for today. Rohit is just going to go ahead explaining the rule book since many of you are first timers. We released the data sets today morning itself because a lot of our participants are the previous ones and they already know the rules and everything. Although we have made some changes in the rules and regulations, which Rohit is going to explain in a minute. And after that, we have some good news for all of you regarding the portal, which is now live. So we'll disclose that after the rule book and guidelines have been discussed. And after that, you're free to ask your questions or any doubts regarding submissions, etc., that you want. Right? Yeah, Rohit, I think you can start.
So is my screen visible, Shambhavi?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So the best place to start would be on how to register for this. There's nothing much to do. All you have to do is send us a mail at this ID and you can mention which track you want to take. Now take special care that if you are in a group, only one member has to send us a mail. You will specify which track you want to take and we'll reply back with a link to a PDF that will have all the information regarding the track you have taken as well as links to the test data sets and the training data set. The access to the training data set has already been provided to you. The access to the test data set will be given to you on or by 19th. I hope that's clear. And do not send us mails telling us that you want to take track 1 and track 2. That will not be possible. Select one track, mail us what you want to do, and we'll reply back. And about team formation, you can have a maximum of 4 members in your team. You're free to go as a solo participant, that's fine. But take care that you're not in 2 teams or 3 teams at once. You can only be in a single team. If you're found to be in different teams at the same time, you will be disqualified. And the person who mails us regarding the track will be the POC. All information regarding the challenge will be passed on to that person. So moving on to the tracks that we have this time, we are really happy to inform you that we have 3 different tracks. The fake news detection in Dravidian languages, Malayalam, AI generated text detection in articles. These two have been run a couple of times now. And we have a new track for you that is AI generation based on numerical reasoning. I'll go through what each of these tracks are in a minute. But before that, I have to remind you that go through the modalities that have been mentioned in this column once. If you have taken part in the ML challenge once before, or if this is your first time, you can take any of the 3 tracks. It's fine, it's open to you, there's no problem. But if you have participated more than once, then it's really important that you go through these modalities. Now, suppose you took part in Paradox 2024 and ML Challenge 1.0, which was held in July, and in both of those, You took AI generated text detection, that is track 2. Then you cannot go for track 2 this time. I hope that's clear to all of you. Now, what is track 1? Fake news detection in Dravidian languages. I know I don't have to stress the importance of this track because we're living in the age of information. It's really difficult right now, these days, to verify what is true and what is false regarding news. And your objective in this track is to build a machine learning model which, when given a news article in Malayalam, will classify it into either of 5 classes. The classes being false, mostly false, partly false, true, and mostly true. The second track is AI generated text detection in articles. And again, I don't have to stress the importance of this because all of us to various extents are using AI tools, especially ChatGPT, for various works and assignments as well. So with this, it becomes really important that we're able to distinguish between what is generated by AI and what is generated by a human. And that in itself is what you're going to be doing in this track. You'll be building a model which, when given a text in English, classifies it as either human generated or AI generated. To give you an example, suppose you build a model and I pass your model a text that I have generated from ChatGPT. Your model has to tell me that this particular text was generated by AI. Now, the new topic, answer generation based on numerical reasoning. I think this is something that has left a lot of people confused. So I'll take a quick example to highlight what you have to do. In this track, you're given a data set where you will have a column which will have the news articles, and you will have another column which will have a headline and a blank space in it. Now, suppose your news article is something like this. Chota Beam wins laddu eating competition in Dholakpur. Chota Beam ate 100 laddus. His nearest competitor, Kalia, could only manage 50. And suppose the headline is something like Chota Beam wins Dholakpur laddu eating competition by eating dash laddus. Now, the job of your model is to comprehend what was being said in the article, what is being conveyed by the article, and fill in the blank appropriately. Now, we have mentioned many resources over here. I would highly recommend that if this is your first time doing ML challenges, building ML models, go through these. They are wonderful. You will learn a lot and you'll get a head start into how you have to go about building your model. Now, the timeline for this ML challenge, we have already released the training data sets to people who have mailed us, and you can start building your models today. I hope many of you have already started. If not, you still have time. The testing phase begins and ends on 19th itself. You will get access to the test data sets on 19th. You'll have time to test your data sets, optimize it further, test various models and do. And now, regarding rules for submissions for the ML challenge, submissions must be made within time. We are going to be very strict on this. You cannot do late submissions and expect us to receive them. For track 1 and track 2, we'll take up your F1 score. And for track 3, we are only going to be looking at your accuracies this time. And these are the various points at which you'll receive your excellence certificates and your appreciation certificates. So go through these. And yeah, I think that's it from my side. Shambhavi?
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rohit. Now, I'd like to add to that, right? There are a lot of people in the group who were telling us that, okay, this time we don't have a dynamic portal, and the testing phase is very difficult for us because we don't know how how accurate the model is because we don't have the portal. So, like, we have a good introduction, like, we have a good surprise for you. We've reintroduced the portal, right? And we'll give it to you by EOD today. So, you can test your models and submit the best one in the G form. Uh, what uh, what I think we haven't spoken about are the submissions. So this time the submissions won't be made through the portal. The portal is solely for you to test your models, right? And you can upload the best model in the G form. Submissions this time is going to happen via G form, right? I know that a lot of you have questions for it, about it and surrounding it. So we'll be addressing those now, right? I think we can start with everybody who's raised their hands because now is a good time for us to start taking questions. Yes, Devesh Chaudhary,
Ma'am, I
please
haven't
go ahead.
submitted my team details till now. Can I submit today?
Absolutely, absolutely. You are free to just start the challenge anytime you want. Okay, please understand this. You can start it tomorrow, you can start it day after, but you have to submit on 19th, right? That's the reason we've actually released the data sets and the orientation was today evening. There's a reason for it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that a lot of you can start. Okay. Yes, Himanshu, please go on.
Ma'am, actually, I don't know anything about ML and coding stuffs. So, what
Yes.
should I do? How
Yes.
to get started with this?
Okay. Important thing. Do you the reason that we have made the challenge open to everyone is because there is something for everyone to learn in it, right? And if you go through the rule book, you'll see that there are resources present, right? I think you've been to many competitions, but never would have found any competition which actually gives you the solution to the problem beforehand and then asks you to complete a challenge, right? So there are a lot of resources, ML resources, Python resources, that are all resources that you need to make a model. Okay, it's already mentioned in the rule book. So take your time, take 2 days or 1 day, read through the resources, see what you can understand, what you can't. And what I would suggest to Himanshu is that you pick a team, right? In the ML challenge group itself, you can ask someone, you can DM people, asking them to be in your team, right, to help you out. And that way you will also learn and you can actually actively contribute to somebody else's group as well. Got it?
Ma'am, I don't have the links of WhatsApp group and G form that you are talking about.
G form is only for the submissions. As far as the WhatsApp group is concerned, okay, I'll Rohit, just post the link. Yeah, just
And
post
the
it in the
rule
chat.
book.
You'll find it in the WhatsApp group itself, right? It's
Okay,
pinned.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Do we have any other questions? I think a lot of the participants are from the previous edition only. Yes.
Yeah,
Adarsh. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, so sorry for my lack of knowledge, but actually I saw the pop-up. What I wanted to talk about was I have not filled any form or neither have seen the any data set regarding the same. Was there a mail circulated for the same?
Yes, there was actually. It's okay.
So,
Are you there in the WhatsApp group?
no, not yet. No.
Okay. So the thing is, firstly join the WhatsApp group. Okay. Then you can send us a mail if you want to participate. Like, do you want to participate in the ML challenge?
Yeah. Yes.
Obviously, yes. Okay. I encourage everyone to participate in this. Right. So the link to the WhatsApp group is posted in the chat by Rohit. Okay, the meet chat. Join it. You'll find the rule book there. You'll find everything that you need to do over there, and you can start. Got it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. In case you have any doubts after joining the WhatsApp group, please tag us, right? Please tag any one of the volunteers and we'll answer your questions. Fine? Anyone else? If anybody has any doubts related to the tracks, now would be a great time to ask. Guys, I think you should just make it very clear. Are you not understanding anything or have you understood everything? Because
Yeah, I think got
I
it.
think this is the first time we're having only three doubts.
yes. Okay, if everything's clear, I mean, that's great for the organizers. Thank you so much.
Okay, I have a question. Just one more.
Yes, please ask.
The about track 3, which is like AI based generation on numerical reasoning, right?
Yes.
So like that in that maybe so the questions will be like we are asking from the model like different types of question based on the input, or like it's just a single output.
No,
Like
no. You will be given around 2000 test cases,
right.
okay? And based on every test case, you have to train the model in such a way that the model is like gives an answer specific to the question asked, okay? Specific to the test case. Got it? For every test case, it has to give an answer. Yeah.
So yeah, because I thought like we have to train like we can ask any question about that like input. That's what I was thinking. Okay.
No.
There will be only targeted question for the for that particular bit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think everything will be covered in that. I would really request people to, take on this particular track because it's the newer addition to what we have done previously. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you.
I think everybody should just give this particular track a try. All right. Yes. Priyanshu.
Yes, ma'am. I wanted to check for track 3, what is the output?
I'm sorry. Output.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Okay. Yeah. Can you repeat yourself?
Yes. So I wanted to check what is the output? Is it for instance I attended last time
Yeah.
where for AI generated we had like 0 and 1, but for track 3 what is the output?
I think
So
it's
Shambhavi,
better. Yeah. So Rohit, just go ahead. You can answer.
So Priyanshu, so the output will differ from question to question. So for one article, it might be that you have the particular headline has to have two in it. Then the answer would be two. Other times it could be 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So according to the question, it's going to change.
Okay, so in specific, I think you gave an example of heme or laddu something, right? Can you please explain
Yeah.
again? I think I haven't understood. Can you
Okay,
please
so
explain again?
I'll take that example again if that wasn't clear.
Okay.
So you're going to have a column with articles and a column with the headlines. Okay, and the headlines are going to contain a blank space in them. Your job is to build a model that is going to fill in the blank over there. I hope that's clear till now. Now, suppose your example is your article is something like this that yeah. Laddu eating competition was organized in Dholakpur yesterday. Chota Bheem and Kalia took part. Chota Bheem ate 100 laddus. Kalia could only manage 50. Chota Bheem won by a margin of 50 laddus. Suppose this is your article. And the headline that is given to you is something like Chota Bheem wins Dholakpur laddu eating competition by a margin of dash laddus. So your model has to predict what is going to come in that dash. It's going to be 50, right? So your model has to
So
first
it's like
understand what is
predicting
being
the.
said.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you. Okay, so I think it's predicting the next word, right?
Yeah, that's
Article. Okay, understood. Thank you.
Rohit, could you elaborate more? Because I want to know, is it a regression task or a multi-class task?
I think that is
I think
something
that's
something that you have to decide. If we give that away, then what's the point, right?
Okay.
Yeah. This is the whole point of a challenge, guys. See, I know that
Okay.
this was pretty sudden for most of you, but that doesn't mean that the level of the competition is going to come down.
See, who has basically asked this question?
Gufran.
Gufran. So yeah, so if you see our you know a previous uh, challenges, you will see that it's been quite some time that we are like focusing on a classification based like a rate, a task and challenges. Either it's a binary or it's a, multi-class or a multi like a label. So
Yeah.
yeah, so like this time we thought that we should like really like move from that classification stuff and just like give you like that is something like different from
Surprise.
what was done in our previous lines runs, either be it like
Okay.
logic loop or in the basically the ML challenges that have been hosted before. So
Okay,
yeah, like
okay,
work
that's
on
fine.
it, work on it. Also, it is a very like interesting task because you will see that we have also like provided a column that is the data set like consists of a column where the methodology has been explained, that how basically the model is able to arrive at that particular answer, right? Like has it done an addition or a subtraction, or it is just basically the a paraphrase.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so you will be able
Thank you.
to find the methodology as well accordingly. Okay, since it is all about if the basically the model is able to like comprehend the apt a numerical like the reasoning or not. Fine, I think that was okay. So like Siddharth has already like mentioned as usual. Siddharth, like, do you want to comment? Siddharth,
I don't think he's here.
is he
Fine.
not? I think I saw he has commented. No, he's like his.
I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are. You are. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do you
I
want
just came
to?
to see what was happening.
He is
Actually, I
the
was
oldest, like the member who has been like participating in all our challenges since December 23.
And securing the ranks,
So yes,
being an achiever throughout.
please
So,
proceed.
do you want to say anything, Siddharth, here?
nah, I think for the beginners, just one thing, just read the data carefully. That's it, I think. Choosing the model is a later path. Just focus on the data set first. That's it, I think. Nothing more.
And like form your teams and send us your request via the mail. Okay, that which track are you interested in participating, so that you can get the data set earlier. Right? That's what.
Absolutely. Guys,
And
it's a request from our
any
side.
technical like questions, right? Then I will like leave the meet. Just
Anyone?
more technical based like questions of related to the submission or the problem like statement. If yes, mention now only. I hope they are able to understand how they have to submit via the G form and how they are like how you are expecting them to do the test run via the portal. I hope they are aware of it, right?
Test run via the portal. I think you should elaborate a little on it.
So we have to mail you guys. Yeah, it has been
No,
mentioned in the A, right?
in the rule book itself, it's been mentioned. You just ask for the data set and we'll give it to you. Mention your team, details, etc. That's it.
We will only ask for your like teammates details, that how many like members you have and who were they at the time of the submission, because we know that like not all registrants will actually like submit at the end, right? So we will take that data at the end, fine, for the certificates purpose.
So, you want to talk a little about the portal?
Yeah, hold on. So see, the thing is totally like automated. So this time, since we are not checking at the beginning that who all are participating in a team, because it's impossible like for us, since we have to conclude the event by the start of the term itself, right? So the break is only for just a few days and it's basically about to end. So we have no time in basically forming the teams for you, or looking into it that okay, so how we can form the teams, or basically who are like there in the teams. So the portal we are not providing the login access for this like reason. because we don't have the team wise, the data. So the portal will consist of an interface like this time, where you can check how your model is like performing. You can do unlimited number of like runs this time. I think something that the old participants or like Siddharth can't expect from us, or it's too much like surprising, since we have always provided just like 3 runs till date. That was our maximum like limit. But like this time, I don't know, but we have been too much like lenient. For some reason, we are allowing you to test run unlimited number of files, and you have to submit the best file in the G form. Fine. No, it's not hosted on like Kaggle. We have our own interface. Okay. Shakib, we will provide the link to the portal on the day of the testing phase. Fine. So since the a train set is being like released on like today, has been already like released on today afternoon, we expect that you start checking the, doing the EDA or the basic analysis on the data set, and start like building your model by like today itself. You have time. You have quite some time, since you're like working on a single, a track. So you guys have time, and then if we like release the main test set on the 18th, you guys will have time for a whole day to optimize your like model by test running it on the interface. Okay, so the best like the score you get, so that like file you submit via the G form. Okay, and the technical specifications are all present in your track wise question paper, and then basically the explicit like way. Fine. So first you ask us via the mail for the access of your data set of the track you like want. So the volunteers and the organizers will be like providing you the same, and then you can like view that how you are going to submit it via the G form. But do ensure that since the entire process is being done in a bulk and automated way, there are certain like formats that you like need to follow. Like your final prediction file, a CSV must be of the same like template that we have like mentioned in the question paper, and your zip file name that you're going to like submit for your final like submission through the G form, that should be also in a particular format consisting of your like track number, basically followed by an underscore, followed by your roll number, IITM like roll number. Okay? And regarding the track like 3, we have not released the cutoffs yet for the accuracy like score to be eligible for either basically the appreciation or the certificate of excellence, because because it is the basically the new track. So we are yet to see how people like perform on it, and then we will release the cutoff depend after like seeing the overall like performance. Fine. So I think that was like pretty much it from my side. So if there are like no other doubts, I'll leave. Fine.
Yeah, Sivakumar, participating solo is definitely an option for you. Please mail us and you can start with your tracks. Got it?
Then I'll leave.
Priyanshu, I think, yeah, thank you so much, sir. All right. Priyanshu, I think the certificate of appreciation is, you can ask the previous people what it means. So,
Understood, ma'am. Thank you. I
that's
think anyways it will be a good learning.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. Yeah. Any other doubts? Do we have any other doubts? I don't think so. Guys, I hope that all of you are there in the WhatsApp group, because that is of utmost importance, right? Rohit, please paste the mail of, please paste our organizer's mail in the chat.
Yeah.
People are unable to locate it. It's there in the doc, by the way, Sivakumar. It's there in the rulebook guidelines, but we'll still paste it. Okay. Best of luck to all of you. I'm really looking forward to people choosing the third track and how this goes down. This is the 2.0 version of something that we've been doing for a long time. And yeah, yes, Himanshu, please go on.
Ma'am, I have a question of
Yes,
uh, yesterday I have joined a workshop
all right.
of Joy of Computing, and there I came to know about IIT Roper minor in AI degree, means a certification program. So
Okay.
I was thinking that the syllabus of the IIT Roper, that is minor in AI program, have some intersection with IIT Madras BS degree program. So I was confused whether I should go for it or I should wait. Would
Himanshu,
you
I
please
think
give some
that has
guidance on
nothing
that?
to do with the event as far as I'm concerned. The IIT Roper thing and the BS degree
But I was
program.
just want to be guided.
Okay, we can talk about this later. Okay, I don't think we need to talk about it in a recorded session. So, yeah, I'll answer your doubt after some time by the end of the meeting. All right, if you can wait till then that's great. Any other doubts pertaining to the challenge itself? Okay, I don't think we have any doubts. You guys are free to leave. All right.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I joined late. I missed the session. Like, is the recording available for this?
Yes. The recording will be available. I'll send it in the group itself. Got it, Subra?
Thank
You
you.
can, yeah, you can check the recording. If you still have any doubts, please mail us or you can ask it in the group itself.
Thank
I
you.
think, yeah. To be honest, actually, I am waiting more for the testing phase than anyone here because the third track, I'm really looking forward to seeing how many people submit and what what accuracy they have. So I request everyone to please participate and give it your best shot. Otherwise, it's all fine. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. You are free to leave if you don't have any doubts.